So now we need to update premium to 1. This is easy. So I'm going to create a query called update premium, and that's going to be equal to another MySQL query, and this is instead update users. So that's our users table there, and we want to update this premium field to 1, where our user ID is equal to the user ID that we've specified earlier on. Now that's why we created this custom field here, which when we post is going to be equal to 1, because remember when we looked back on our form here, we're passing this custom variable as the current user ID. So this will be equal to 1 in this case because I'm logged in with the user 1. My username's Alex, but I correspond to the user ID 1. So update users, set premium is equal to 1, or premium equal to 1. So we're setting that field equal to 1, where, this is the important bit, where user underscore ID is equal to, and then we're going to just concatenate on this custom variable that we've processed, which is user underscore ID. So user ID. Okay, so we've done everything now we need to do. We have first of all checked that the payment status is completed. We've then checked if the transaction has not already been processed and stored in our log table in our database, and that's done with the MySQL numRows function. We've checked that our receiver email is equal to our primary PayPal email address. We've then checked the payment amount and the currency code, so that's GBP for the Great British Pounds, and we've then logged our current transaction with that data, and then we've upgraded our user to premium. What we can then do is, well, absolutely nothing, because PayPal has handled this all in the background. This IPN.php script will never be accessed by our user itself or themselves. This will all be done by PayPal. So we've done with our IPN.php script. This is all done. Now we now need to go ahead and test this. So what you're going to need if you want to test this is another PayPal account, so perhaps a friend or family member's PayPal account that you have some funds in that you can use to test this. So you can ask your friends to test it and then obviously send the money back to them. But for now I'm going to be using another PayPal account which belongs to one of my family members. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm just going to upload my files because I'm using this FTP client to upload files to my the phpacademy.org server. Let's then refresh. I'm just going to go over this. So we've got our form here that we're going to click. We're sending the custom variable 1, which is equal to my user ID in the database. PayPal is going to process our IPN.php file in the background. I'm just going to close this now because I don't need that. It's going to process that in the background. It's going to access our IPN.php file that we specified earlier in our IPN settings when I logged into my PayPal account and showed you how to do that. So let's go ahead and test this with the user account that I have, that I've been given permission to use. So upgrade to premium. We're logged in as a standard user. Okay, so now what's happened is we are entered into our PayPal checkout. So I'm going to go ahead in here and enter in the email address that I am using. Obviously you won't be able to see this, it will be blurred out, but that's just obviously for privacy purposes. So I'm entering the email address here, and then I'm entering the password of this account here. So there's money in this account. If we click login, we're going to wait for that to be processed. And once we get to the next screen, we're going to confirm that we want to make a payment. Okay, so payment method is PayPal balance. Now what we want to do is we want to click pay now, and then what's going to happen? Well, we're going to click pay now. The payment's going to be sent to alex@phpacademy.org. PayPal is going to say, right, we've received an instant payment. Let's access this IPN.php file which exists in the location that we specified. It's then going to transfer all the data to our page. So the item name, item number, payment status, payment amount, blah blah blah. We're going to perform our checks. We're already connected to our database because we've required glob.inc.php, and we've also passed this custom variable called user ID, or called custom, but I've named it user ID in PHP, and we're going to update accordingly as long as everything's fine. And obviously we do these checks because people might say, well, I'm going to change the payment amount on the actual form itself to £1, for example, or $2, or whatever currency you're using, and therefore if you didn't have these checks in place, you'd give premium membership to whatever payment amount was given. So let's go ahead and click pay now, and that payment is going to be made to alex@phpacademy.org, and we should receive a confirmation message. Okay, so you just made a payment of $8.99. I'm going to return back to our page. Okay, so if you're not redirected within 10 seconds, click here. We go back, and now you can see that my account type is premium. If we go back here, we've got premium equals 0, but when we refresh the page, you can see that that's been updated to 1. So instantly we've made a payment. The value in our database, according to everything in our IPN.php script, that's all been handled in the background by PayPal. It was a process that we didn't need to, the user didn't even need to think about. We don't need to do anything. We've performed the check, we've taken the money, and we've given the user premium access to the website. So essentially that's it. That's how easy it is. I've provided you with the login code, which I don't normally do, but that's just because I wanted to cut the tutorial shorter, as short as I possibly could. The IPN.php script is available on PayPal anyway, so it gives it all to you. You just need to ensure that you include the relevant security checks and set up your PayPal account properly in order to deal with instant payment notification. So remember, to access the code that I've used in this tutorial, go over to the PHP Academy forum. That's phpacademy.org/forum. As well, if you need any help with this, if you're struggling with any aspect of what I've talked about, go over to the forum and post a topic if you're not sure about anything that's been included in this tutorial. So that's simply PayPal instant payment notification, and actually how easy it can be in PHP.